Hi, my name is Sarah Lowenberg, and I'm the Manager of Education here at the Louisiana State Museum. I'm here today with Big Chief Darryl Montana of the Yellow Pocahontas Hunters, who recently completed teaching a 10-week course for 20 students over the age of 55, funded by Aroha Philanthropies here at the Cabildo. Their work is now on display in this temporary exhibition, Beading with the Big Chief, on the second floor of the Arsenal at the Cabildo. Today, Mr. Montana is going to walk you through some of their work and show the art and artistry behind downtown and uptown styles of beading, as well as show you a suit currently on display in the entrance to the Cabildo, which he created collaboratively with two other big chiefs in honor of the tricentennial, and it's currently part of our temporary exhibition, We Love You, New Orleans. Thank you to our partners at Friends of the Cabildo for sponsoring this program while we're unable to all be together at the Cabildo. But we look forward to seeing you back here soon. And in the meantime, I hope you enjoy this behind-the-scenes visit with Big Chief Montana. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Darryl Montana, Chief of the Yellow Pocahontas Black Masculine Indian Tribe. We dress on Carnival, Mardi Gras Day. Some folks call us the Mardi Gras Indians, but in our neighborhoods, we call ourselves the Black Indians. I believe we got the name the Mardi Gras Indians because we would come out on Mardi Gras Day, just like in the black communities, we didn't say Mardi Gras, we say Carnival. It was always Carnival in our part of the city. But again, I want to introduce you all to one of the suits that was done for the tricentennial of the city. And I was selected, and four other guys were selected to basically do this suit. There's two different styles of sewing. There's an Uptown style of sewing, and it basically would be the beaded pieces. They call them patches. This is another piece that was done by another chief, Darryl Edwards. The mom also did the staff. Darryl Edwards did the parts of the cuffs, and me and my brother was basically that dealt with the suit itself. It takes like a year to make a suit, and because I was kind of like needed to rush, I was able to pull it off in 3 months. How I did it, I don't know, but basically that's all I did. I sat home for 3 months, I didn't go on the job, and I sat down and I saw that we were able to do this. And again, it was for the tricentennial. I started dressing when I was 9 years old. I'm 65 now. I come up in a family that dressed for over 100 years. In fact, between my father and myself, we've done 100. I am the fourth generation. My grandkids are the sixth. There's no families in the city that I know of that go back 6 generations as it relates to dressing. I say dressing, we dress on Carnival, which is called Mardi Gras too. We dress, and I've basically been dressing since I was 9. I had an opportunity to do a beading workshop at the Cabildo, and the final product of it is the stuff that you see that's hanging up on the walls. We had seniors, and they were between the ages of 55 and 90. And I really, really enjoyed my time spent with them. These pieces in the case are pieces from 2 previous suits that I had made. I believe the fish was on a suit that I called the umbrella crown. I don't have that particular suit, nor do I have the suit that this piece came off as well, because they were damaged in Hurricane Katrina. This piece was done, the fish was done in 2005, and I believe the coral piece, which had hummingbirds, it was called Judith's Garden. So it had basically everything that you were seeing of going, it was in that suit. And this was a birdhouse, and I had a bird sticking his head out of the house that was on that particular suit. I had an opportunity to do a 10-week class with the seniors, and on the wall, mounted on the walls, is some of their work. I'm standing in front of Donna Sims' piece, and she kind of struggled at first. But she really was able to pull it off, as you see. A wonderful piece of art that she came up with, but she's a Saints fan as well. To my right is another person by the name of Lee Mother. She came into the class, she already had been doing some beadwork. What I was able to do with her, if you notice, some of the pieces are flat pieces, and some of the pieces are three-dimensional pieces. She knew how to sew, but she did not know how to construct three-dimensional pieces. So what she did was she created this Superdome, and she had the Saint sign symbol attached to the dome, and I thought that was really, it blew me away when I first seen it. I kind of felt like once I got a chance to work with her, I used to tell her, I said, you don't really need me, because you already know what you're doing. But she was able to do the three-dimensional pieces. In fact, these three pieces here is her work. I want to bring you to show you the other style of sewing, because this is the three-dimensional pieces, and over here is the Uptown style. There's the Uptown and Downtown. The Uptown style is flat pieces. It's a picture where they basically color it in with beads. The three-dimensional pieces is a little bit more complicated because it's pieces that you have to put together. But this is the two different styles. This would be considered too the Uptown style as well. And this lady here, Miss Payne, this piece really caught my eyes when I came the night of the exhibit, because I couldn't even imagine that was her vision. And when I got a chance to see it, I told her that she's a true artist. She really is. But again, you know, they taught me something, and I was able to teach them something as well. And I always say this in beading, beadwork, is that you're never too old to learn, and you can learn from children. But I want to say this. Now, my father was my teacher, Big Chief Darryl Montana. And I remember when we would put the pearls, when we would use the pearls, we would take the pearls and string the pearls, and we would put them on wire. And I thought it was a much easier way. When you take them off the wire, he would take them all off the string and put them in a bowl and pick them up one by one. I said, my daddy, leave them on the string and just jerk the wire through 10 at a time. So I'm saying that to say that you can always learn. You're never too old to learn, because there's always a better way. And if you look and see, perfect example of the work that my students have done. In fact, beautiful. Renee, she worked in her own little space, and she was very creative. Most times when I get new students, I have to kind of draw out their patterns, but she did all of this on her own. You know, so that's what she brought to the table. But I believe most of the members that came to the class, they all had some type of artistic skills they brought to the table when they came to this class. All I was able to do was basically enhance them and show them different ways of beading. Like I showed them how to loop. In this particular piece right here, we were doing a looping, where we would take the pearls, and then we would take and come with a row of beads and separate in between each pearl. That's called looping. They didn't know anything about looping. Also, I was able to teach them how to stack beads on top of beads. Yeah, this particular piece here was stacked. If you notice, I don't want to touch it, but these pieces are basically dangling, you know. But I'll show her how to basically stack with the beads. And again, she used her own artistic skills, and this is the finished product of it. Again here, this lady, Miss Janice, she's beaded before, and I was able to show her how to stack as well. Again, most of the people that took the class, they came to class bringing some gift that they even shared with me. You know, again, go to show you that you can always learn. There's always another way or a better way. And this is Mr. Raymond Lewis. The gentleman that did this piece was 90 years old. And that just surprised me. I hope that when I'm 90 years old, I will be able to sit down and have the mechanical skills and the mind wherewithal to even do this, you know. So, and he truly enjoyed it. In fact, I asked him to dress out next year with the tribe. I did, the night of the exhibit. So I have to make contact with his family so we can kind of get that started. Lloyd Lazard, he didn't come to the exhibit, but he just took it and ran with it. At first he struggled, and I thought if I got him to do it one piece, that would have been a milestone. But he came and he wound up having 4 pieces. So again, in art, I always say this, even with my kids. I had a class I did in Texas, and I had a group of kids, and the school was saying, such as, let's see what you can do with them. I tell you, those kids mastered the beading. So it taught me something, that you can never give up on anybody. You know, everybody brings something to the table.